Most men are relying on hope, and for an extremely long period of time, so was I. Right at the beginning of my fitness journey, I was extremely skinny. I was obsessed with seeing how much muscle mass I could build, and I was invisible. I hated what I saw in the mirror, and I thought fitness was something that needs to be a grind, right? 6 days in the gym, eating perfectly all of the time, doing all these really intense, difficult tasks like unlimited, infinite cardio, all of those sort of things. That's what I thought fitness was and what getting in the best shape actually required you to do. And I had the mindset that, I was going to do all of those things. I had no structure, no plan, no real intention behind anything that I did. And I'd used to constantly tell myself, oh, I hope I build muscle mass. I hope I end up where I want to be. I hope this happens. I hope I get this. Right. And I hear loads of other people saying the exact same thing, especially after they've addressed that they don't even like their own situation. They know exactly where they want to be and what that looks like, but they don't have any game plan or strategy on how they're actually going to get there. Right. And that's why I'm recording this video, because I used to be in the exact same position, and I want you guys to know, that when you are doing the right things, when you're consistent, when you're following something you enjoy that actually gets you results, you will know very, very quickly if you're on the right path to actually going where you want to go. Because there's going to be signs, right? You're going to feel better. You're going to gradually look fuller. You're going to get leaner. You're going to have more mental clarity, more mental sharpness, right? There's going to be loads of signs that actually suggest that you are moving in the direction that you want to move in. But so many people just ignore these signs and tell themselves that, it's coming, it takes time. But something you have to realize is, like, to actually make significant change and see quality results, if you're doing all the right things, they'll actually come so much faster than you realize. They'll come relatively quickly, right? Despite everyone telling you it takes, years and years and years to completely change. Like, don't get me wrong, if you're looking to compete in bodybuilding, then yes, right, it's obviously going to take you an extremely long period of time if you want to naturally build that muscle mass and size. But for guys who just want to get in the best shape they've ever been in, to feel athletic, confident, lean, have good muscle mass, have a clear mind so you can actually perform and feel confident on a day-to-day basis, that is actually very, very simple, and you will know very fast whether you're doing the right things, whether you're on the right track, and whether you're actually going to get there. Because you guys need to ask yourself this question, right? If you have been trying to, lean down, get more muscle mass, both, even whatever your goals are, and you've been training, you've been recovering, you've been eating the right foods, but you're still not seeing the results you want, it's been 3 months, 4 months, maybe 6 months plus, you need to make a change and switch something up right now. Because if you aren't stronger, if you don't look better, if you don't, whatever, right? If you notice nothing, it's a very clear sign that something needs to change and you're not actually making progress, right? And that might sound hard to hear, but it's something I had to come to terms with myself, because for the first 7 to 8 months of my fitness journey, I was hitting the gym 6 days a week with no structure, no routine, doing random workouts, not tracking a calorie, eating random meals, right? Hoping that I would end up in a very specific situation with a very specific result. But you can't do random work, not track your progress in the gym and expect a very specific result. Do you understand how stupid that sounds? You don't want to structure anything, but you want a very, very specific result. You have to be intentional with what you do. And behind the work you're putting in, you have to have a sense of direction and clarity on where you actually want to go. Because without those things, you're going to slack. You're going to feel okay when you don't make as much progress as you want. But the guys who actually are in great shape, they make those changes, they're constantly progressing, and they're just consistent. No matter if life is perfect or imperfect, they're always consistent, at least doing something to continue moving forward with the momentum that they have built. But if that sounds like you, and you've been consistent with your health and fitness. You've invested time and energy into the gym. You're taking your recovery seriously. You're eating the right foods, but you're just not happy with the results that you have so far, or you've just hit a plateau. Shoot me a message on Instagram, right? I'll reply. I'll see how we can help you and see what we can do, right? But understand that systems are essential, right? You can't have the mindset of, I'm going to go into this randomly and stay there expecting a very specific result, because that's not how it works, right? Like, I train in the gym 4 days a week now, sometimes even 3, and I'm making constant progress as a natural. And if you guys have never trained before, you're at the beginning of your fitness journey, you should be making rapid progress, right? That's a sign you're doing things right. So that being said, stop relying on hope. If you do want one-on-one coaching from me, check out the description below. You can go ahead, DM me the word change, or you can go ahead, book a call with me using the link below. And if you have any questions or anything, general questions, just send me them on Instagram. I'll reply to all of you guys. That being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.